Hi, everyone. It's Adriana Monique Alvarez, and I'm so excited to be joining you today with Marla. Hi, Marla. How are you?
Oh, hello.
So, this whole conversation and interview was birthed out of a phone call we had, right? I got to learn more about you. You signed up for one of our books. And this is what I always tell people, just have more conversations. You never know what's going to happen, right? I learned so much about you. And so I would love, first of all, Marla, for you to introduce yourself, tell us where you're joining from, and then we'll roll into all of it.
Yes, thank you so much, Monique. This is amazing. So I am joining from the sunny, beautiful state of Florida, where it looks like it's about to rain, but what else is new?
I love it.
But born and raised right here in Jacksonville, Florida. I call myself a Duvalian, right? We're very proud of our county and we're proud of our Jaguars. Go Jaguars. Had to put, but yeah, so what do I do? Oh gosh, that is such a loaded question.
I know.
So where do I start with? Well, start with I am a woman that has been through things, right? Just like all women have. And with that, I've taken that passion and put it into other things, right? So I think when we go through stuff, you take that and put it into businesses and ventures. So with that being said, I'm a certified career and life coach, executive coach, goals coach. And I've had my business Truth Speaks group for 10 years. Actually, I was told when I started my coaching business that coaches don't last that long. Well, here I am, 10 years this year. Woot, woot.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. And that's what I do. I coach the 9 to 5 working woman on work-life integration and harmony, not balance, because I've had to harmonize my life. So help and teach others to do that. And from that has I've grown. And so I have multiple degrees. I'm currently in school with my PhD in I/O psychology, which is industrial organizational psychology, which is the study of behavior in the workplace. And so from the birth of that, I said, okay, how can we teach teenagers to do that? So voila, there's my nonprofit, IO for Teens, which we started back in August of 2022. And it's teaching teenagers to value life skills and work skills and career skills they need to prosper, not only in the workplace, but just to achieve their dreams. Because no matter who you're with or where you go, whether you want to be an entrepreneur or not, it doesn't matter. You still got to work with people. I
Yes.
still got to work with people, right? So when I do all these talks and to teenagers, they're like, "Well," I said, "What do you want to be when you grow up?" "Oh, I'm gonna be rich." Okay, well, you still got to work with people. So the science of IO psychology has 25 specialization areas, and we've taken those areas and put them into a curriculum, 8th through 12th grade curriculum. Right now, we're working on 11th and 12th grade, and we broken those down to 5 classifications where we are teaching them the skill sets they need to go out to the world and be amazing human beings. On top of those two things, I do have other businesses as well. I'm also an author, which birth of that is my book here, the Ultimate Brad book, which is my latest. There we go, camera.
Yeah, I can see it.
Late, and that book was birthed, Monique, because uh the women I coach, 9 to 5 working women, right? Uh they a lot of times they don't see the value, their own value, right? So they put the value in their spouse or partner or kids, job. And don't get I'm not perfect, right? I am guilty of that too, you know. But I want every working woman, 9 to 5 working woman, or woman, period, to realize your life is so much more than who you support or who you uh, project yourself out to be. You are first. I teach it this way: you're first a human being, then you're a woman, then you're all the other titles. You have to be those two things first. Or if you don't identify as woman, then you are whoever, they, whatever, right, or whomever, right, and then you're those other titles. Those two things have to come first. Those
Mm.
have to come first. So what I've learned is people don't take the time to write down how awesome they are and how wonderful they are. We all got flaws. Let's talk about the flaws all day long, right?
Right.
We can talk about them all day, okay? But this book is about bragging on yourself. I got questions such as 10 favorite restaurants, 15 words you would use to describe me, 10 quotes that I made up, 25 cities I want to travel to, uh, 25 reasons I'm freaking awesome.
Mm.
And write it. Write it down. So on the fun side, so that's fun too. But on the fun side, I'm an avid cruiser. I'm a cruiser for life. So if you need cruising tips, come see me. But I have been on 18 cruises.
Wow.
19 through 26 are currently booked. I am a mother. I do have a son. He's 25 years old. I have a beautiful daughter-in-law who he's married to. That's my second child. And my third child is my dad. He's spoiled, but he's like, love him to pieces. And he'll be 85 this year in September. And I'm big on family. I have a slew of cousins, and we're always together. I have a slew of friends. I love life. I love life.
Yeah. And that really comes through when we talk. It's just like you're just so alive. And I just want to, let people know, like, don't compare yourself to Marla. Like, not everyone
Yeah, please.
can be as awesome as Marla. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
I thought to say it's a lie.
Because the more we talk, the more I was like, and you do that, and you do this, and then you're also getting your PhD, and as we were talking, number one, I love that you wrote that book because it's true. It's actually amazing to me how women, they can spend a lifetime picking at themselves, beating themselves up, being hard on themselves.
Yes.
And then you say, well, tell me something amazing about yourself. And they sit there and it's so difficult. And the thing I say is this: not only is that so necessary for us, but we want to model this for our children. Do we want our kids to be hard on themselves and then find it incredibly difficult to find something amazing about who they are? No, we don't want that.
Right.
And the other thing is, as we were talking, you told me about your nonprofit, and of course I naturally went, well, we have so many publishing house students. I know so many people who donate a portion of their income to a nonprofit. A lot of people around me, they tithe, and they're always looking for great organizations. So not all of us are PhDs, right? I've got a wonderful high school diploma from MCHS.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Thank you. So I want you to break down for us first of all, I loved how practical this nonprofit is, because I see this all the time. Like, kids aren't ready for the world. They actually don't know how to navigate day-to-day life. And like you said, no matter what you do, you're going to need to know how to be with people. You're going to need to know how to cooperate and communicate. So I want you to share even more about this, because I feel like this is it's so tangible. It's so practical. This is what is needed today. Yeah. So tell me more about why you started it. I know you had to make, you didn't need something to do for your health. I mean, you're obviously very passionate about this. Yeah.
Yeah, I am. So thank you for asking that, Monique. So the passion came, well, let's just give a little background first of how I even discovered IO psychology. Let's just start with that.
Okay, good.
So I'm a certified trainer. I am a member of the ATD. So, my light just fell there. Of ATD, Association for Talent Development. And so that's the training association. Because every industry has their own association, right? So, I've been with them multiple years, and I have my certification through them. And I said, I have all this experience and training and development, but I said, there's more. I'm like, there's got to be more. And then so you go out there and Google what else is out there. You're like, okay, a whole bunch of HR stuff. Okay, there's nothing wrong with HR. I get it. But I'm like, there has to be something out there that is HR, training and development, research, treating people right in the workplace. How do people right with dignity and respect in the workplace? I literally typed all these words in Google. Like, I typed respect, work, dignity, research, development, training. I put them all in Google. Do that one day. Just put a whole bunch of words in Google and see what it gives you. And literally, I promise you, what popped out was IO psychology, industrial organization. And what popped up was only graduate programs. So that's also popped up. So at the time, I was looking for my PhD program, and I had never even heard of IO. I'm like, what is that? I'm like, is this a real branch of psychology? It is a real branch of psychology. APA, the American Psychological Association, does recognize as IO psychology as a real branch. We are the only branch that you we're not clinical. So IO psychology is not a clinical branch. We do not diagnose
Mhm.
with clinical illnesses and stuff like that. We go in and diagnose problems, trends in the workplace. That's what we do. So within that, there's 25 specialization areas, right? And actually, I have, let me pull it off the wall here. This is how crazy I am. I keep it on the wall, right? So some of these specialization areas are testing and assessment, motivation, organizational development, EID. EID is a big one, right? Career development, HR technology, workforce planning, general organizational behavior, workforce, workplace integration, work-life harmony integration. So we what we did for IO for teens, we said, okay, teenagers need to know this stuff, right? But are we going to have a nonprofit that says testing and assessment? No. So we
No.
took those 25 specialization areas and broke them down to 5 classifications. Those 5 classifications are chasing your dream, discovering your dream, living up to your potential, don't get caught up, in different places, different faces. Those are the curriculum areas. And if you go out to our website, www.ioforteens.org, IO, the letter IO, FORTEENS.org, you can get a sample of it, get a free portion of the curriculum and download it. And we made it to where people can understand it, teenagers can understand it. So we're partnering with quite a few nonprofits here in the in Jacksonville to teach this curriculum for the first time over the summer. So super excited about that. And just going into detail with that, just again, like I said, we only have 11th and 12th grade built out. We do plan on extending to 8th grade, but give us time. We're a small team, right? So, but I think it's important because number one, IO psychology is not a well-known field. It's still a quote unquote new field, even though it's not very new. And we just had our conference, SIOP, the Society of Industrial Organizational Psychologists. We just had our conference in Boston. We have a conference every year. And an IO psychologist will tell you, okay, yeah, she's right. It's not a lot of, it's not, people don't know. And even when I talk to adults, you know, like what is that? What is that again? Even when I'm talking about it to other people, they're like, tell me about it. It sounds interesting because it's very interesting. And the beautiful part behind it is you don't realize you're doing it every day. So all the time is Marla. Well, what's the HR in IO psychology then? Great question, because a lot of IO psychologists sit in HR, and then some departments have a full-blown IO psychologist department, and they're all, some companies do. But the difference is HR. So I like to use compensation, right? Because compensation is one of the specialties on here, right? So if you have an IO psychologist that specializes in compensation, they don't specialize in doing payroll. That's HR. HR will pay. HR implements. IO psychologists, we study the trends. We study the behavior behind the payroll. You see what I'm saying? We study the behind the EID, right? We will develop and understand the trends. We won't develop trends. We'll take what we learn from the trends and we can develop training. That's why training and development is in there. We study the trends behind it, and then we'll give it to the HR person, or we may do it. It doesn't matter. We'll give it to the HR person to implement. So that's why IO psychology and HR have to work together. That they work together. It's not a they against us or us against them. But sometimes that's been a mantra. Sometimes in the IO field that we're against each other, but we're not. They need each other because some IO psychology. It's kind of like when it's kind of like training. Every trainer is not an instructional designer, and every instructional designer is not a trainer. Either you design the training or you train the training, but choose, right? So they got to work together. Same thing with IO psychology and HR. We have to work together. So we've taken those 5 areas, broken them down. So that's just one of our objectives. Our second objective is to create a teacher certification, because it's a small crew of us, right? And we realize we can't teach this to everybody. My God, we need to certify people.
Yes.
So the process of getting that built up. Then we have 2 other objectives, which are a community fund as well as a scholarship fund. Let me tell you why we have both of those. The scholarship fund is for just that. Those students who want to go to school. We're not here, Monique, to force people to go to school. Even though I am an academic, I mean, my God, degrees on the wall.
Right.
I love school. I love it. I want to pay me to go to school, I'll go. Seriously, pay me millions to go to school, right? However, that's not what we're trying to force kids to do, or students to do. So that's that scholarship. That's that fund. The other fund is just the opposite, community fund. How can we help you? So of the community fund we did was back in December, we met a young lady, beautiful young lady, and she's interested in design and wants to be a designer, wants to figure that out. So we were able to collect enough money, get enough donations, and bought her an iPad. That's what the community fund will help fund these individual endeavors. If you want to start a business, want to start a stock company, we can help you with that. You want to go do something, want to go travel the world and go on a internship somewhere, that's what the community fund will do. So we're in the process of building that up. So a portion of the proceeds of everything we get in goes to both of the funds, to the community fund as well as the scholarship fund. And we hope, fingers crossed, we hope to give out our first scholarship next May 2024 is when we hope to do so.
Excellent.
Stop there. I know it's a lot.
I love this. I love that you've thought about, the multiple aspects and, different ways that this could support kids. So tell me how people can support this organization, this nonprofit that you've created.
Yes, thank you so much for asking that. Well, please. First thing is go out to the website, ioforteens.org. There is a huge QR code out there. You can click on support. We donate. I know you probably hear this all the time from nonprofits, but that's what it is. Nonprofit doesn't mean that we don't make money. We have to make money in order to do what we need to do, right? We just can't have money at the bottom line. That's what nonprofit means, right? So, but we need that support. We need that. So we have to go into these classrooms over the summer and over the fall. We have to go into the classroom with materials, supplies. Some of these kids don't have any of this stuff. We want to provide that for them. If they don't have it, how can they get it? Right? So they get it through you guys' donations. Please go out to Amazon, or if you go to Amazon, or if you go to my website, www.truthspeakscoaching.com, www.truthspeakscoaching.com, and buy an autograph copy. Okay, so they're $14.99 on Amazon, but an autograph copy is $17.99, so I got to pay for shipping, right? I'll send you an autograph copy, and 10% will go back to my nonprofit. Okay, or like I said, just go straight out there to the nonprofit, and we need monthly donors. For as minimum as $25 a month. You'll get a cute little swag bag with IO for Teens on there, so, and you may get a special little prize that we have left. We have a few of those special prizes left. And we'll mail those out to you, but we need your support. We need your support, and we will appreciate you supporting us. My goal, I'm one of those type. Yes, beat me up. I'm one of those type. I'm a big dreamer. I'm a Leo. We dream big. We dream extravagant. Are you a Leo, Monique?
No, my grandma was a Leo, but I always say Leos, Sagittarius, and Aries.
Yeah, we're fire.
We're fire, and we're always going to go big,
So in my brain, I want to impact every teenager in the world. That's right. So I got to start in my community, which is most important to me. I got to start here in Duval, and then we'll reach that out. So, and there's plenty of help that needs to be done here. So please, help us grow past Duval, help us grow past Florida. So please go out there, donate.
I love it. We have put the link in the video description as well. And, reach out to Marla. She's incredible. I know that you probably have, 10 more things that you've got going on today. And I so appreciate you taking the time to talk about this and to share your heart and your vision.
Thank you so much, Monique, for having me. This has been amazing. This has been a blessing. I appreciate it. Go out there, donate, go out there and get the book, brag on yourself. You get it from my website. Again, I'll send you an autograph copy, 10% to go back to the nonprofit. Or if you just want to give the full amount, go out to the ioforteens.org and just donate away. Become a monthly donor. I appreciate it. I thank you in advance. I thank you in advance. Subscribe to us. Follow us. We're doing interviews of teenagers. We just did an awesome interview of one of my cousins. He's doing his own clothing line. He's only 18. Go to the channel and subscribe. Follow us. We're doing some stuff. We're doing some stuff here. We're doing some stuff. I'm busting out the seams, seriously. So just go out there.
I love it. So many ways to support Marla and what she's up to and how you can help teens truly be prepared for life, for
Please.
the world that we get, that they're creating.
Thank you.
They're the thing that they're moving into, their dreams, their goals. And I love when you said reaching their potential, like really maximizing everything that's inside of them. That's what it's about.
Exactly. And guess what the potential is? The sky.
Absolutely.
The potential is whatever is up here.
Yes.
If you think you can have it, if you think you can do it, you can do it. If you can imagine it, you can see it. You can do it.
It's true. And one of my favorite things to remind myself of is this: no one knows what you're capable of. Only you do.
Mm-hmm.
And
There you
we
go.
want to support these kids who have a dream, who can see something big, who are those big thinkers and dreamers. We want to support that. So thank you so much, Marla. Be sure to visit io4teens.org. Go make a donation and have a beautiful weekend. Until next time, keep reaching your potential. All right. Bye.
Everyone.